Complete news, information and sport. Radio Live, The World at Noon.
King tide, a king hit on some of Auckland's busiest roads. Hollywood pays tribute to actor Philip Seymour Hoffman, dead at 46. John Key admits he doesn't really know ACT's new leadership team. And in sport, Black Caps to unveil their own spin threat against India. It's midday. Good afternoon, I'm Mary Jane Tamazi. The ACT Party's heading into this year's election with new leadership, but without one of its wealthy benefactors. The board chose Jamie Whyte as the party's leader and David Seymour as its candidate for Epsom. John Boscawen's resigned as president and pulled his funding, raising doubts the party could raise enough cash to mount a campaign. But blogger Jeffrey Miller says money's not the issue.
ACT has had money to burn in a lot of elections. It's never really helped it in a huge way. Fundamentally, you need the ideas, you need to capture the public imagination.
Prime Minister John Key's promising more than a cup of tea if he has to do a deal over Epsom for this year's election. Last time out, his sit-down with ACT's John Banks turned into a fiasco.
I just can't help but wonder whether, in a more sort of mature, developed environment now where people understand actually big political parties, ultimately have to cobble together coalitions isn't better to be a bit clear about that, but let's see.
John Key admits he doesn't know about either Whyte or Seymour, but has been told they're both decent guys.
Radio Live, entertaining talk and news as it happens.
A guilty plea over kidnapping and assault of a 6-year-old girl, and a plea for help from the police in Hamilton following an attempted abduction. In sport, Seattle strike early in Super Bowl 48. It's 1 o'clock. Good afternoon, I'm Mary Jane Tamazi. ACT's new leadership team could breathe new life into a party that desperately needs it, according to one political commentator. The board's elected Jamie Whyte as the party's new leader and David Seymour as its Epsom candidate, rejecting current President John Boscawen. Mr Boscawen's resigned and pulled his funding, raising questions about its campaign. But blogger and ACT watcher Jeffrey Miller believes this is a rebirth.
They offer something new, something different, perhaps some new ideas, and that's worth more than any amount of money at the end of the day.
Jeffrey Miller says ACT's had money to burn in previous elections and it's not helped, so new ideas are what's needed.